Hello there everyone, it's Libby, otherwise known as Silverlief, and today we're back working on more of Mum's journal. Last video we did the first signature. I'm really happy with how that turned out. If you want a quick look. I didn't end up doing anything up here. I might add something, I'm not sure. This, which the light is really not showing off well. And then this little lady at the back. We're not going on to signature 2, although I'm going to call this video signature 2. We're going to the back to do this signature next. And this one is going to be our Alice in Wonderland theme. I have a couple of items already out, and then I found some free printables online. Because I thought I had more than I did for Alice. So I'll be pulling from that too. What I want for this first page, this cover page, is I want to do like before she enters. I know she doesn't enter through a door, the rabbit takes it down a tunnel, but I'm going to use the door as my entrance. So we have the door. Surprisingly, somehow, I had no white rabbit stickers. I have this little guy here, and then I do have some white rabbits in this printout, but I got the printout after I went hunting for rabbits. So I might have... Yeah, we have a white rabbit. Oh, you can't see. A white rabbit down here. Those are mostly Alice. We have the tea party. That's why I wanted this one. We need the tea party on there somewhere. So we have a white rabbit there, and then we have some cards that I can use. We have another white rabbit there. What I might actually do is take one of these guys, because it's an admit one. It's like a ticket. And I think that'd be cool to use on that first page. So I think that's what I'm going to do first. Behind here, I want to hide something so she can open it. This was just a card that came like this that I cut out with what they called a rotary cutter, I think, like a swivel knife. And then where I hinged it, I added some extra tape just to try and keep it from tearing. I'm not sure what we're going to hide behind it yet, but I think to begin with, I need to cut down this to get that ticket. I was originally going to just do one page with the Alice in Wonderland, but I think I'm at least going to do this page and this page. We'll see, because now I have a lot of Alice in Wonderland stuff. I think it could be cute to do a whole Alice in Wonderland section. I'm going to go for this version of the White Rabbit, because this is more when he's with the Queen of Hearts, but this is when it starts out. So it's him with his waistcoat and his watch. So I'm just down here. I'll try and bring it into view, but it's very shiny. And I'm just going to try and line up as best as I can. I'm going to end up sacrificing this one, I think. This ticket. Because I can't quite see. You know what I should do, actually? Maybe just be sensible about this. We'll cut the white space off first. And then I'll have a better idea. There we go, that's better. Now that'll butt up against where the line is. At least it'll do it better than it would have before. One. And these tickets are cute, so I can keep them even if I don't use them. I'm not going to use all of this stuff in this journal. Keep them for future journals. So. And then... Nothing about there. Okay. And then... Brain. Scissors. Oh, they're here. This is what I meant. I'm not very good at using it. I'm left-handed, I don't think that helps. It's a swivel knife from Fiskars. Rotary knife. The end of it swivels on a point, so you can do some precision cutting. I need to practice with it. Yeah, I think because I hold it differently to how a right-handed person would hold it, I don't think it always works as well as it's supposed to. But hey ho, it worked enough. Oh, these scissors aren't working. This is a thicker paper than I'm used to, so these scissors are... I'm not putting enough pressure on it. That's okay. I am not a fussy cutter, which is when you take pictures and trim them down really well. Yeah, I'm not that person. Yeah, I put this on photo paper hoping that it would help the quality. I don't know what it is. My printer's supposed to be really good, but it's still... the quality's still a bit off with my pictures. I think I need to like go into the settings and give it a better try. But for now, that'll do. And I'm going to ink it up real fast just with whatever I have on this dauber. I don't want to pull my inks out if I can avoid it, so we're using whatever's on the dauber today. Which I think is what we did last time too. Dave's watching something downstairs. Dave's my husband. And I can feel it basing through the floor. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. Okay. So we have our little ticket. And I want this not behind the doorway. Like, I don't want it to show through the doorway. But I think I might tuck it behind or overlay it on top. I think overlay actually. To try and press this into the background. We're not going to have a pocket or anything on here. This is going to be our interactive element. I need to figure out what I want behind it. But yeah, so I'm thinking like that. So this is before she goes into the garden. These are some things I have for after the garden. Like when, not the garden. Well, into Wonderland. I have some flowers. Teacup for the Mad Hatter's tea party. I found a dodo for the caucus race. I found a flamingo for when they're playing croquet. I have a beautiful butterfly. The card that I showed you the other day that I said I wish was a Queen of Hearts, I just backed it with the hearts. A keyhole which needs to go on this side, and then the ephemera that I made the other day. That's what I've pulled out specifically, and then I say we have the Alice in Wonderland cards, and I want to build this up. So I might just add some florals and stuff around it. I was thinking about building up. I have some like bricks and stuff, like trying to build it up to make it look more man-made. Let me see if I can find that paper. And if I can find a good one, we'll give that a try. Ooh. Okay, so this is the pad Dave got me it. He really likes all this style of things. It's not something that I usually would use, but they have like different finishes for surfaces. And there's a brown brick here, but I saw a white brick too, and I quite liked the white brick. It made it look a bit more like an old manor. Where are you? I saw you. Oh, we've got some red brick too. That's kind of cool. I saw you though. Oh, more red brick. Which do I prefer? I like the white brick though. I don't know, something about the white brick. Here we go. Felt a bit more, but is that really stark in comparison? Red brick or white brick, Libby? I don't like this one. Now I'm gonna have to disguise this up a little bit. Maybe even put this, sorry if you can hear that, behind, so that only a little bit of this is popping through. We'll go with this one. I want it to look like it's sort of like hidden, like a door that's randomly hidden in the wall, and then we can hide flowers around it. I'm gonna make this about the same size as this page, to be honest. So approximately there, and approximately there. I do like this background, and I feel a bit bad covering it up. But I really liked this idea and I wanted to run with it. Where are we? Where are we? This. And then... Nope, yep. I was about to say I took the wrong piece, but I didn't. So, yep, I'm going to round these corners. And then what I want to do, as I say, is put this behind. I could even just make a brand new door. Actually, I have more textures, so why don't we make a door? That way, I'm just worried about the other door falling apart. It's got a very tiny hinge because of the shape of it. It's a bit big. Sorry, you can't see what I can see here. I'm looking for some... Oh, I love that. Some smaller wood. Realistically, even this could work. Pull that off just for now. Do we have any more wood? Oh, those are nice bricks. I already picked my bricks. We're not looking for more bricks. See, that wood's a bit too big, like the size of the planks. If it was smaller. But I don't think there are any in here with smaller. No. I think this one here that just has the wood grain and no planks may be the best. If I can find another one like that, which I don't think I have. Where's this guy? But I'd have to get a part on the side. I'm not sure I quite like that. Oh, this might be how we use the little keyhole. Well, it's going to be a pretty big keyhole, isn't it? Okay, I think I like this one. And we can make the door bigger then. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, if we make the door bigger and it can show this as Wonderland behind it. Okay, that's coming together now. So let's have a little think. How big do I want it? I want it a little wider than I want the finished product, just so I can create a hinge. Oh, don't move on me, come on. I need you straight. Well, I just messed that up. Don't know how I messed that up, but I did. About that size will work, I think. I'm gonna have to make a hinge. That's just because I messed up. Thinking something like that size maybe, and then a hinge. It'll open it up. We can add something up above. Why does that look extra wonky? I think it is extra wonky. Libby, 1 second. Let me try again. Oh. I'm using a cutter and it's still not wonky. Okay, try that again, Lib. Side there, try that side. And I'll try and make sure I'm just going to make it 3 and then I can fold over as much as I like. And this way I know it's straight. Because the 3 has the mark all the way down on here. 3 by... Oh, actually I like the width of that too. Approximately. There. I'm going to put it all the way to the bottom. Yes. Yep, I like that. I am going to have to create a separate hinge. I like the width of it too. I like how that sits. So, cut it down just a tiny bit smaller for the hinge. Not that thick. Do like 1.5. Sorry, mumbling to myself over here. Alright. So I'll make this into my hinge. And I'm going to need to cover the back side of here too. So what I'll do is I'll put it on the inside and then cover this so that it's extra secure and you won't actually see the hinge, is what I'm trying to get at. My brain, sorry, is having a bit of a moment. So I'm just going to glue on the back of this. Glue you. Then just add that sort of as central and close to the edge as I can. If I wasn't planning on putting something over on the other side, I'd want to use a stronger glue. But because I'm adding something on here, it doesn't really matter. Do we want to just use more of that same wood? Would that make the most sense? I mean, it would make the most sense because it's a door, and that way I can add a handle too. A little inside of that, a little inside of that. Yeah. I made tiny marks this time. More on the inside of that, so I can hide the rest of it with ink. That's about right. Yep. I'm going to ink this before I put it on, because it's going to be hard to do afterwards. I'm going to ink this one and then I'll ink them both together. That just has a better chance of eliminating all the white. And then I'm just going around the inside edge. I made it a tiny bit smaller. Or at least I cut on the inside of the line that I made. If anything gets seen, it's fine. Alright. I'm gonna use a glue stick, but then I'm also going to add a little bit of my glitter glue on the edge, just to try and keep it from coming up. Because glue stick doesn't hold very well long term. What else put that? The glue stick should help it from immediately sticking when I put this down. We need a little bit of chance to wiggle it about, and the glue stick should be wet enough to keep it from quick setting, but it's still a more permanent glue. So I'm going to, can you see me? Yes. Quickly line that up. I'm more bothered about this edge lining up than the rest of it. because that's where you're going to see the biggest difference. That'll do. Okay, so we have a door. What I should have done before I glued that down was add my doorknob, because we're going to need a way to open this. That was not smart, Libby. I need to go and grab my brads. I'll be 1 second. So I just got a little silver brad. Just because this has silver around it. I mean, it's tiny in comparison. This isn't going on the door. There's no way I'm using this on the door. But I'll use it somewhere else. Maybe on the inside of the door. But, yeah. I mean, this is tiny in comparison to this. But I don't want anything that's going to take up too much space. We're already layering a lot. Which is something that I wanted to avoid doing in this. But how could I resist the chance to put a door in? There. Is that going to look silly? Maybe a little bit. Do I have a bigger one? I don't have a big one that's a star, but that's not going to work, is it? My bigger ones are brass, but I think that may still be the better option here. Not if I drop it, it's not. So, yeah, we'll go with the bigger one. And then I'll cover this up on the back with something. Have I decided what yet? No. I have not. Oh my, come on. There we go. I mean, I could just cover it up on the inside with that, couldn't I? If I can get this to lay flat. Yeah. Yeah, we'll use that. Why not? It doesn't matter that one's silver and one's brass, because you're not going to see them both at the same time. Come on. This little bit here doesn't want to stick. I might not have put enough glue there though, to be fair. So it's going to be like this. Although I might do it on the underside of where we do the cut, just so you don't see the hinge. But first, what I need to do is work out where I want that. I should do it on the back side, shouldn't I? Yup. And I'm going to want it just a little bit inside this mark that I'm about to make. Because I need something to cover. I don't want a bajillion layers. I already have too many layers here. I just said that I wanted it on the inside. Did I do it on the inside? Nope. So this may end up being not the best fit. In which case, I'm just going to have to do a door frame, aren't I? Libby. Actually, that might work really well. Especially with that on the inside. Because then the layers really aren't there. What do you think? Yes. Yes, I like that. Gotta glue this on. I will use my glitter glue for that. Because it's a hinge. Sorry, I'm out shot again. side. Yep. I've never done anything this interactive. I've done little baby-sized hobbit holes, which were like this big. This is the first, and honestly, loving it. This is what it looks like on the other side. This is where we've glued. And it's going to get glued a second time. Like, this is going to be covered because it's going to have to go down on here. So I'm not worried about that. Love it. Just double check that this door works. Oh, hello. Oh, not quite, but we can make it. Just means refolding. That'll be fine. Yep, let me just ink this up where I just messed it up. It was just a tiny bit too close to the edge, but that's fine. Let me ink up this. Okay. Alright, so we glue this down and then it opens up into Wonderland. Love it. Perfect. Exactly what I needed without realising that's what I was going for. Because, as you could tell from the original, it was going to be much smaller. Oh, do not get that on your desk, Libby. All the way around. Come on. Come on, glue. You know you want to work. You were just working 2 seconds ago. This may end up being the bulk of today's video, is this first page. Because I wasn't expecting to be doing something quite so fussy. But let's see if I can get you up to the edge. Okay. Oh my gosh. I almost want to do like a graffiti rabbit on the door. I know that that's not very like traditional Alice in Wonderland. Might stick you down there, mate. But I think that could be funny. Like a more modern twist on it. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Need something up here. Oh, we still have the label, don't we? Yes! I could even turn that into a little tuck. I'm not going to, but I could. It's too high up, but I like that. Alright. There we go. It's not going to be a tuck or anything. We already have the interactive part. Cool. Okay. One. I'm going to put it on a little bit of an angle, because it's not supposed to be there. Just a little bit of an angle, an intentional angle. Okay, and you open it up. We need something inviting. Could even just be a butterfly. Not the dodo. I wish I had a bigger white rabbit. I have the card of the white rabbit. I have a timepiece, but that looks a bit random. I wish that I had just a rabbit. Let's say I have this guy here. I say. Didn't I have another one that I said I would use? I said I didn't want to use this guy. But then where was my other friend? I have confused it myself. Oh, it was that. Haha, it was the ticket, wasn't it? Yep. So we have that. Could just put the dodo there. Although, it's very black and white. But the first thing she does is goes to the caucus race. She cries. Could even just put an Alice behind there. Alice with the piggy. I don't know why my printer hates me. Alice with the bottle. Will she fit? Yep. I'm going to pause and fussy cut this real fast, and if it goes wrong, I'll find something else. Just be a second. Okay, she's not perfect, but she's cut. So we're going to pop her going into Wonderland. Oh, again. Whatever Dave is watching has dogs barking. I'm surprised that Quinn isn't losing his absolute mind right now. Quinn's my dog. Whatever is watching has dogs barking, so. My pup's just sat up on the landing. I cleaned it off today. It had some old stuff that needed putting up in the attic. So, he's enjoying the extra bit of space. Okay. So we have our little Alice. And where is that butterfly? Do I want... It's actually got very Cheshire Cat colours. Do we want the giant butterfly in there too? Yeah, why not? Go for it. Oh. Why not? Because it won't do it. It won't give me itself. Yeah, so we'll pop this little guy. And I'll find another bigger I want a brighter butterfly for the main butterfly anyway. Mr. Mushroom himself. Okay. So that's what we've got. I mean, this doesn't really work as a handle, but it looks like one, so that's fine. You can just flop it open. Cute. She can put something on here. She can hide something. She can tuck something inside and just pretend that it's not there. You know. I really like that. And it's a cute way to introduce it. It includes the background, even though I got rid of the background because of it. Now, how much of a pain is that going to be? I mean, it added some bulk, but I've already given up on the idea of keeping this one super thin because it's just not going to happen unless all I do is decorate the front and the back. I might put... Oh, I was going to say I might put some washi tape on there, but that's not going to work. That's going to annoy me, but we'll see what we can do about that. Okay, so we have our entrance into Wonderland. And then we do need Mr. Dodo over here. Because the Dodo's part of the caucus race, and that's one of the first things that she encounters, so. Dodo. That's all for later. I'm going to close this pocket down. I don't have any need for it to not be closed. Let me check what we're at time-wise. Oh, well, we can probably do another. Now, one of my favourite versions of Alice in Wonderland is the 90s version. It was a made-for-TV. And oh my gosh, the cast of names. Of course, none of them are coming to my mind right this second. But it is like a colourful cast. Whoopi Goldberg plays the Cheshire Cat. Like, it's wild. But it's also amazing. And one of my favourite parts of that movie is around this point with the professor. And he's singing a song, and then he goes, "My mother never could carry a tune, not even with handles," saying that he can't sing. And it cracks us up every time. I mean, my mum can sing. She's in multiple bands as the vocalist. But I'm going to have to add that in somewhere. Like, it has to be. And it's a rat. A rat says it. a rat professor. So if I can find my favourite book for wildlife, here we go. If I can find a rat, then I need to make a little something with the rat. I also saved some pictures in here. Well, I folded over the corner for some pictures. I want to put this cat in here somewhere. There's a rat here. Oh, you can't see him. A little rat guy here with a toad. Yeah, some of these are really silly animal pictures, and that's why I gravitated towards it. I was like, I'm doing Alice in Wonderland today. Do we have a rat-ish character in here? No, but they're all so cute. Oh my gosh. Disgusting. In a good way. Oh, and I thought this guy here would work well on one of the pages. He just gave me White Rabbit vibes. I mean, he is a white rabbit, so that's probably why. Do I really not have a rat in here? We have a little mouse. He has to be a rat, though. He was the rat professor. Mr. Rat. I love it, because all of the animal characters start out as legitimate animals, and then they morph into, like, a human in a costume, in this case a rat costume, and it creeps me out a bit, even watching it now, like the transformation part. But she's swimming after him because he's a rat. She grabs onto his tail and he helps her get through because she's in like all the water from when she was crying, and she's like, Mr. Rat, Mr. Rat, and then he transforms into a man and he goes, how did you know that was my name? And I'm like, oh, it's so good. If I can remember to, I'll put the actual date for it in the comments in case anybody wants to see it. But I watched it very recently and it still stands up. Right, to the test of time. We don't have a rat in here. I really thought we would have a rat. I mean, I could do the rat and the toad, I guess, but I really just wanted a rat. Let me just check my animal book. Oh, I have a zoo one. But I don't remember seeing rats in this one. It's harder to get animals like that in a book like this because it's so broad. This has some from everywhere. I came through here looking for a white rabbit. No white rabbit. They had rabbits and hares. Oh, could we use him? He's a little field mouse. Could we use the little field mouse? Let me keep looking. Because I know I saw a couple of spots with rabbits, but just none of them were white, so, you know. See? More rabbits. I don't think we're going to find a rat in here. So that mouse might have to be it. We can merge the mouse and the rat and the dormouse into one. Yeah, no. Okay. We'll use this little guy. Do I know what I'm making with it yet? No. Although, realistically, I could just add him on here and then do some writing. I swear I just brought up my bigger box of pens. Evidently I didn't. They have the smaller tip. I have this one from the other day. It's gonna have to be white because it's on black. Oh, I'm gonna pause and look up the actual words, like the exact words. I'm back. I have it and I wrote it down, but I also pulled up the cast. Yeah, as I say, Whoopi Goldberg as Cheshire Cat, Gene Wilder as the Mock Turtle, Martin Shaw as the Mad Hatter, Ben Kingsley as the Caterpillar / Butterfly, Robbie Coltrane as Tweedledum and Tweedledee, Miranda Richardson as Queen of Hearts, Starcast. Absolute Starcast. Amazing. 1999. Alice in Wonderland made for TV. You can find it on YouTube. So this is the line. My mother couldn't carry a tune, not even if it had handles. I'm not going to be able to write that on here with pen and make it look good. I don't think. My mother couldn't carry a tune. I mean, I might be able to, but that's asking for it. I'm going to write it on something else with an actual pen and then add it on here. What do I have on hand? Oh, I have a pen on hand at least. I had some little cards that I had set aside for this journal. Do I know where they are? No. I have to stop cleaning my desk between takes. No, I need to clean my desk. It always needs cleaning. It's always a mess. Yeah, I had a bunch of them that had like space specifically for writing on. Do any of you have writing space? Nope. What about... Well, you do, but, you know, you're huge. Or what I could do is use one of these and tuck it into the pocket with the saying on it. That could probably work. Just use you. You already have a topper on you. Yeah, let's go for it. Well, you know what's on the back of one of these, Mum? So, get this written. Mr. Rat. And hopefully she'll remember the reference when she gets this and doesn't think I'm being a meanie, because my mum can sing. Yep. Cute. In you go. Now this does need a something here. I might end up using a phrase. Because I don't think I have anything else that I want to fussy cut right this second. At least not for this initial page. Nope, that's all later on. Those are cards. And I don't know where I just put the other bits that I had been fussy cutting. Oh, up here. No. So we're going to find some words. You. You. I cannot find anything again. You. I just had you. How do I manage this? Is it under here again? Yeah. I keep putting things on top. That'd do it, Libby. Let's see what we have. It can be a bigger one too, like one of these larger ones, because there's a bigger space for it. She could believe. Well, she kind of has to believe, right? She's in the middle of Wonderland. I may need one more definitely Alice related thing on this page. because it doesn't. I mean, to me, it screams Alice in Wonderland, but that's because anytime I see a dodo, that's what I think of. But we need something else. Is this where we throw in the pocket watch? This might be where we throw in the pocket watch. What was my other page of cutouts? I had a pocket watch sticker actually that could work too. Where was that sticker book? Because I folded the page over for it. Hello? You can't see me, but I'm doing the John Travolta looking around thing with my hands. How do I lose everything? Didn't I just have that? Hello? Hello? How do you lose an entire book, Libby? Simple. You just be called Libby and you forget things. Everywhere. I'll be back in a second. I found it, but they're all a bit big. There's a smaller one here, but I'm not sure if it's just going to look a little bit out of place. I don't really have any ink left on you. What about you, friend? It's a little better. Pop it under there. This page isn't as Alice in Wonderlandy. I'm going to have to figure out something to help with that. I mean, apart from my little quote on the back, obviously. Yeah, this page I love. This page I'm struggling with a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I kind of want to do like a Cheshire Cat. In the background, I could do some eyes or something. Maybe in here, actually. Oh, I've got hiccups. Let me look up a reference. For just his eyes. Like, just the smile. Again, like the smile and the eyes. Trying to look for like the old school Cheshire Cat. Yellow eyes, white teeth. We can hide the Cheshire Cat in the background. Make it like he's on this branch here. Okay. I'll go in with a pen after, just to do the lines on that, and then I need yellow. Where are my paint pens? Sure, why not? I wasn't intending to go Disney with this, but this is definitely more the Disney Cheshire Cat look. So, you know. We don't need anything more than that. Once I've got the colour dry and I can add the black to it. Because I'm doing it just as where he's smiling. And you can't see the rest of him. That actually, I think, I don't know about the rest of you, I think that made a big difference. You can't see it as well as I can. But just that little bit in the distance, I think that's really going to work. I think I want to add a couple of flowers. Where are my stickers? Libby. If I could stop losing things. Yep, so I might add a couple of flowers sticking out the back of this. Trying to avoid the flower fairies with this one. Like that. Oh, I somehow peeled off the wrong part of that sticker. Okay. Get off my fingers, please. Okay. There we are. Just to make it feel a bit more overgrown. And then some giant daffodils. Why not? Please don't. This is why I shouldn't have closed up the pocket just yet, but that's fine. Because look, it all works out in the end. Okay. Yep, and then we just have Mr. Cheshire Cat chilling out on there. Good, you're good. Just gonna use my ballpoint. I'm gonna add a couple of pupils. Which I would if my ballpoint wasn't being stupid. That I don't like. I'm going over that. Just give me a second. Don't like the way I did that. Go away. I did too many teeth, and I don't think it's supposed to have the center line. So, gonna go over that and then fix it back up. That's fine. That's why I like my ink pens. Not ink pens, what are these? Paint pens. But yeah. So, I'm gonna leave it here for today. I'm gonna fix up that fix up that smile. Yeah. Making this door took a little bit longer than I would usually spend on something. But I really, really like it. Love the way that came out. I like that we hid the hinge. It did add a bit of bulk, but I'll try and just stick to stickers and things like that for the rest of this signature. Yeah, love it. Love it a lot. So I hope you liked that. Next time we'll finish up this signature. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 pages of it. We only did 2 today, but hey, that's how just blah blah blah. That's just how it happens sometimes. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.